Why are we on this roller coaster of pain and suffering? To realize that we are vibrant souls. We don't look at Earth and say, hey, there's a place where I can go experience some pain and suffering. Let's go do that. No, we're here to enjoy life, to realize it's just an experience. Hey, vibrant souls. Thanks for tuning in to the Vibrant Soul Society, The Conversations. Today we have a very special guest, a bright, vibrant soul, myself. I want to come today just solo after doing a few months of episodes and share a little bit more about my story and some of the insights that I'm feeling. I'm recording this on election day, so I have some thoughts and opinions on this election day. When I begin the Vibrant Soul Society, I'm usually asking individuals, who are they? And they usually tell me about their human experience. I am this, I study this, and they just have this identity that they've built up. Some have stepped beyond that. Like, I'm this character called Sam. I'm playing this role. But before that, I didn't know that. I was completely identified with the body, the mind. It was me. I was bipolar. I did have MS. I did have chronic migraines. I was disabled. I had all these labels. But when I went beyond that head trash and stepped into my vibrant soul, then everything went away because I allowed my soul to lead. Regardless of what my mind was saying, my mind was in constant protest. Don't do this, don't do that, because the mind wants to keep you safe. Like one day I just had a knowing that it was time to go do yoga. See, that's the way spirit works. It just gives you a knowing. It doesn't give you a rhyme or reason. It just says, do yoga. Where the mind was saying, you can't do yoga, you're not flexible, your balance is terrible, and all these stories. But what happened when I did yoga? 6 months later of doing yoga, no more cane. I was weaning off my medicines. My balance was coming back. My body was coming back online. Why are we on this roller coaster of pain and suffering? To realize that we are vibrant souls. We don't look at Earth and say, hey, there's a place where I can go experience some pain and suffering. Let's go do that. We're here to enjoy life, to realize it's just an experience. I don't need to identify it, but it's good to have this contrast to show us what we prefer. I prefer this over this, but we get stuck in pain and suffering, thinking nothing will change. Well, nothing changes when you operate from the level of the mind. The mind likes to keep things the same, to keep you safe, and also to conserve energy. To create new pathways for the brain takes a lot of energy. To rewire new neural pathways takes a lot of energy. But if we stay in the same programs, it's more efficient for the body. So it's trying to conserve energy at our detriment. We stay in this pain, this suffering for longer than is needed. I stayed there for 38 years because everyone told me that you have all these conditions, and everything I read and everyone that I spoke to said you're incurable. And it wasn't until we look at it now and say, why did I accept that as truth? Why am I incurable? Just because everyone said it? But did it come from my own soul, my own essence? No, it did not. My soul, my spirit would have reminded me that this is a temporary condition. It's here to show you what you do not prefer. There is another way to go. Follow me. So if we follow our soul, our spirit, life will flip. My life changed dramatically from being sick and disabled 38 years to now healthy for 12 plus. My life is completely different. I'm no longer caught in the rat race, no longer caught in the obsessive thoughts, because we're all addicted to thoughts. That's really our biggest addiction, taking our thoughts as truth. Our thoughts are simply an opinion. They're not the truth. They're trying to keep you safe, keep you limited, and conserve energy. To keep reliving the same day over and over again is very efficient energy-wise, but it's not serving you. We need to let go of all of that and realize I'm a vibrant soul. I need to get out of these stories. They're not my truth. If you never experienced your soul, It's a feeling of a deep, deep peace, of a bliss, of a joy. I offer free soul calls to give you a taste of that energy. I never trained for this because my soul is connected to all that is. The soul knows the way. We all have these abilities. We just don't practice those abilities, or we don't even realize we have those abilities because the mind has convinced us otherwise. But you can never do that. You can never have the skills of this person. All that comparison doesn't serve you. We need to let that go, which gets us into the US election today, the politics. And everybody's trying to be PC, the political correctness. It doesn't really serve us either. It just keeps us stuck in this mental trap of these stories to realize that no one can offend you. It's how you perceive those words, those actions that determine the impact on you. That ultimately you live in your body. You know what's best for you. If you're expecting someone outside of you to save you, that usually doesn't work out so well. It didn't in my case. I had a team of 7 doctors and my health was getting worse and worse. So we need to let all that go because it's not serving us. So we just have this contrast until it no longer serves us. We're having this right, wrong, pain, suffering when it's serving us on some degree. To realize, I don't like this pain and suffering roller coaster. I want to choose a different way. I want to choose a different path. And that's a scary thing for the mind. Oh no, it's a new path. What's going to happen over there? The mind freaks out in the unknown. But we just have to relax, stand firm in our truth, our way, our wisdom. So it doesn't ultimately matter who wins, right or left, red or blue. It doesn't really matter. It's going to impact our lifestyle to a certain degree, but ultimately we are the creators of our reality. To realize our consciousness is first, and through our beliefs, our actions, reality is created from that. Reality completely mirrors our inner world. But whatever you think about, the universe is saying, yes, we can make this happen. But we're not even aware of some of these beliefs because they're buried in our subconscious in this routine programming. Like if you didn't have a program on how to walk, do you know how difficult it is for the conscious mind to get the legs to move in coordination? This is why toddlers fall over a lot. They don't have that program established yet. They're still trying to consciously learn that program. But once they learn it, their walking gets better. So I lost the ability to walk a few times and had to reteach myself how to walk. It was a very trying time. It's very difficult for the conscious mind to figure out walking, driving, even getting yourself a glass of water, lifting up your arm, grabbing a glass, all those little steps that are just a routine program for us. But we need to write some new programs that better serve us and our way of being. So we need to stop looking outside of ourselves as the savior, as the answer. When we start looking for others for the answer, we're not listening to our own truth, our own wisdom, and we get sidetracked. But I'm here to remind you today that you are whole and complete just as you are. If we let go of all these mental stories, the opinions of others, the beliefs of others, we just let them go. We let them be. And we realize, I'm spirit, I'm soul. I'm here to enjoy this experience. I didn't come to earth to ride the pain and suffering roller coaster my whole life. It's just meant to be a temporary ride to show you, oh no, I don't like those big hills and that loop-de-loop. I don't want any more loop-de-loops in my life. Let's get off of this. We have that ability. We just need to establish some trust and faith in yourself. We are taught not to trust ourselves, that others know what is best for us. We start distrusting our own wisdom and we fall into these mental traps, these mental programs that are trying to keep us safe. But sometimes we need to step into the unknown and realize it's going to be okay. You know, you are the spirit, you are the soul. Bodies come and go. but this divine essence within all of us is steering us on the right course. The soul really isn't in the body. It's always consciousness first, then the consciousness creates the reality. So you can say the body is within the soul. We have to realize the wisdom of the soul that can see everything. It's not confined to the limited perspective of the eyes, the ears, the senses. The mind is in the closet. It only knows what's in the closet, and it's guessing everything outside the closet. Whereas the spirit, the soul, sees everything. There's no boundaries, there's no walls. It's one with the infinite. So there's no limitations to the infinite. The body creates all these limitations, and the more you identify with the body, the mind, all these thoughts, beliefs, the more limitations you're posing on yourself. If you really start following religion, that imposes a whole new set of rules. But we need to let go of all of this and realize I am a spiritual being. It's time for me to stand in my sovereignty and find that peace within you. Don't allow the elections to disturb your peace. Don't allow this current condition to disturb that peace. Realize I have the power to change this. We all have the power. If we all stood up and said, no, we're not doing that anymore, the politicians would have to change. The outside world would have to change. Because they can see you're no longer in the program. And we can see what has happened when we fell into the program. Look at all the division in the world, especially the United States. I know like in Pakistan, the women are really suppressed. Afghanistan, women are really suppressed. We have all these constraints on people that don't need to be here, that we're all equal in spirit, but we get caught up. We need to let go of all this chatter, this nonsense, to rise above it, to see that there's something greater out there. I'm just sharing my insight, and I'm not channeling at this moment either. These are just my own personal insights. When I'm getting this divine information, my eyes are typically closed and see what wants to flow through. Which reminds me of an interesting story. When I'm doing soul messages, this is a show I do with my wife, Lori, twice a week in the Vibrant Soul Society, occasionally on Facebook, and we'll be doing some YouTube lives soon as well. Spirit has fun because we're connected to all that is. Last night, I felt like I was playing Pictionary. When I was reading for a person, I take a moment, I tune into them. It's like, okay, I'm seeing pictures of your relatives all dressed up. What's going on here? So she's thinking about going to a party, for the holidays that are coming up. So I'm just seeing all of her relatives are coming in to go party. That's the way they were dressed. Or tuning into someone, and I feel all this dental pain. I feel all this pain here in my teeth and jaw. I'm like, why am I experiencing all this dental pain? Oh yeah, I've been seeing the dentist lately. Or someone, I see a picture of a sauna bed, like a tanning bed. All right, what's the essence of this? Oh, it's the element of heat. The heat to help purify the body. Maybe we had some stuck residual energy there in our pores and we need to sweat it out. We're eating bad ingredients or bad lifestyle, whatever it may be that just needs to be sweated out to get rid of it in the body. This spirit is connected to all things. And this is how mediums work, how a lot of psychics work, is that we are one with the one. There is no division. There is no separation. If we can learn to go beyond the mind and into who we really are, the answers are there. And that's one of the biggest things that we get ourselves into trouble, is trying to figure things out. Trying to figure things out is a mental activity. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? No, you're forgetting. That's not the mind's job. The mind's job really is to keep you safe and to take action on the wisdom of your spirit, your soul. Because the answers are always within you. There is nothing to figure out. Your essence is billions of years old. It has seen everything. There is nothing new to spirit. It's like, oh, I've never seen that before. Yes, spirit has seen it before. All these civilizations, all these forms, trillions and trillions. The answer is there. It's within you. But once again, it's establishing that trust within you that you know the answers. It's simply the mind getting caught up into the stories. I am available to everyone on the Beyond Head Trash website, beyondheadtrash.com. I offer healing sessions, pay what you want. I also do psychic readings on there, and they can also be video readings. They don't have to be live. I can tune into you and see what's going on, that we all live in consciousness. The most important thing for individuals to do is to relax, to dive into that deeper essence, to know that you know. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry. The anxiety, the fear is all coming from the mind. We need to let that drop away and just be here in this moment, enjoying the ride. See the contrast and say, I don't prefer this. Let's find a path, and the path is within you. The new way forward is within you. To realize the outside world has minimal impact on your life. Groceries may be more expensive. Crime may go up because of what's happening, but it's all temporary. It's not here permanently. This body's only going to live a certain amount of time, and we don't know how long that time is going to last. So we need to really enjoy this experience while we have a body. There's no guarantees that you'll come back into the body. You'll come back into Earth. Hopefully you'll decide to go to some other system, to go on those playgrounds and play with those beings, to see that life is just a play. And we're here to really enjoy life. You never chose, I'm going to go incarnate on Earth to play pain and suffering for the rest of my life. No, I'm going to come here and I'm going to have this experience. One thing I really want to get across today is that you are whole and complete just as you are. You are not broken. You don't need to be fixed. I did an interview in the Vibrant Soul Society with Pauline Victoria. Go listen to that episode. This is a woman with no arms, no legs. She is not broken. She is whole and complete, and she understands this. Yes, there may be some actual physical limitations, but most of them are mental. So I go urge you to listen to that. If you're feeling broken, you feel like something's off in your life, establish that trust in yourself, and everything will be okay. Take good care of yourself. I will talk to you soon.